beginning with Naomi telling Pip all about the secret that made her and her pals lie to the police about Sal's alibi. Episode 5 of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder begins. Naomi remembers that Jake and Max had brought her to a party that Sal did not attend prior to his passing. Max had insisted on driving home after the three companions had become inebriated during the party, rather than requesting a cab. Pip is informed by Naomi that Max collided with another vehicle, leaving the driver unconscious. Naomi continues, the murderer was aware of the information and had threatened to reveal it to them if they did not retrieve Sal's alibi. When Max enters the room, he makes an attempt to dissuade Naomi from telling Pip the truth. Pip, who already has the evidence against Max, threatens to reveal them. Max becomes enraged by this and smashes Naomi's phone. He breaks Pip's heart by telling him that the truth about the photo will ruin Naomi's life. Naomi enters the gathering outdoors and starts dancing at the same moment. Witnessing Naomi let go for the first time in 5 years, Kara and Pip watch. Pip informs Kara at the Ward residence about Naomi's role in the car crash and her lying to the police. Following their mother's passing, Kara worries about her sister and feels sorry that she would have to lose her. Pip assures Kara that she will figure out a method to establish Sal's innocence without disclosing the actual cause of the collision. Before turning in for the night, Pip speaks with Victor, who explains to her how his constant work schedule has caused unrest in his family. Victor explains to Pip that he used his stay at the hotel as a way to decompress and refocus. Pip gives her father a hug and believes him. Pip notices the latest information on the vehicle accident on the murder board as she is in her room. That evening, when Pip is getting something to eat, she sees Barney, her dog, peering out the door. The stalker texts her, requesting that she give up on the case. To check if the stalker is hiding outside, Pip opens the door. Pip calls for Barney as he rushes into the backyard and comes back. In a video that he publishes online, Pip asserts that the police in the Andy Bell case had the wrong person on their radar. Ravi texts Pip to seek for permission to enter after watching the video. Pip tells Ravi in her room that she is going to try to use her threat to reveal the murderer as a ruse to get him to talk to her. While they wait for the murderer to turn up, Pip and Ravi spend the evening playing cards and talking about the latest developments in the case. Pip and Ravi descend the living room when Pip hears a disturbance and investigates. Pip puts her little brother Josh to bed, relieved that he is the only one. As they lay in bed, Ravi and Pip conversed. Additionally, Pip tells Ravi about her biological father. As he drifts off to sleep in Pip's bed, Ravi tells her how much he misses his brother. Before her parents wake up, Pip wakes Ravi and requests that he go. Ravi gives Pip a hug and tells her to give him a call if she needs anything. Pip's family is celebrating Josh's birthday later that day. Texting Pip, the stalker threatens to take her down if she releases the footage. When Pip checks in with Ravi to see how he's doing, she's relieved to hear that all is okay. When she discovers that Josh is missing, she becomes confused, but she later finds him outdoors, slicing his cake. Pip informs her parents that night that Barney has vanished from sight. In a new video, Pip expresses her hope that Barney is returned home while admitting that she knows nothing about the murderer. Pip searches the wilderness with her family in an attempt to locate Barney. When Pip returns home, he discovers Barney's lifeless body. When Pip finds out that Barney perished in the lake, she loses it all. Barney is laid to rest in the backyard by the Fitzamobi family, but Pip is compelled by the experience to learn the real reason for Sal's passing. Pip visits the police station and has a conversation with Dan on Max's hit-and-run case. Pip threatens to expose Dan because he assisted Max in covering up the disaster. Dan admits to Pip that he started seeing Andy when she was 15 years old. Pip accuses Dan of statutory rape, but the police report reveals that Max was aware of this and had threatened to use blackmail to get him to assist in the cover-up. Pip seeks Ravi for assistance as he wonders who has blackmailed Sal's friends. After what they did to Barney, Ravi informs Pip that the murderer is willing to hurt them again, therefore she should give up on the matter. He serves as a reminder to Pip of her promising future. For the tests, Leanne makes Pip go to school, where her friends comfort her. Pip shows up for the examinations and drives Elliot's car back to Kara's place. Pip receives a call at that very moment from the number she saved as secret older guy. Pip discovers upon taking the call that Naomi is phoning using Elliot's previous phone. When Pip finds out that Elliot was having an affair with Andy, a student at the time, she becomes quite afraid. Elliot informs Kara that he is heading to one of his tutoring gigs during the vehicle journey. Pip puts her phone in Elliot's car after growing suspicious of him. Pip discovers the letter that was left in the tent beneath her pillow when she uses Elliot's computer to look up the printing history at the Ward residence. Pip discovers that Elliot was visiting the ancestral home of the Ward family after following her phone on her laptop. Kara informs Pip that the house was sold by their family a long time ago. Pip texts Ravi, expressing her suspicion that Elliot is kidnapping Andy and holding her captive. Before heading to the address, she gives Kara a hug and asks him to call the police. Pip considers Elliot to be her father figure as she makes her way there, reflecting on all the time she spent with him. When Pip discovers Elliot's car at the house, he accuses him of threatening and killing Andy. Elliot opens up to Pip about his connection with Andy and how tutoring was the catalyst for it all. Elliot says that following the loss of his wife, he had a few extramarital affairs with Andy. He claims that as soon as Andy started dating Sal, their relationship ended. Pip queries Elliot about his visit to the Ivy House Hotel a few days prior to her abduction. Elliot claims that while pretending to reveal the truth about their relationship, Andy was attempting to extract money from him. Elliot informs Pip that Andy had been at his place the night before she vanished and was making a big deal out of himself. He acknowledges that he shoved Andy away, causing her to bleed inside. Elliot claims to have hurried inside to call for an ambulance, but he also mentions that Andy had already departed. While Pip is relieved that Elliot did not murder Andy, she finds something on the ground floor. Pip discovers Elliot's hidden person in the loft's secret chamber. When the woman in the loft claims she is not Andy, Pip confronts her as the episode comes to a close. The review of the episode. Seeing this episode through to the very end was distressing. Seeing Pip battle to accept the loss of her cherished pet and come to terms with the idea that Elliot, her father figure, was the reason behind her suffering was really upsetting. After Pip discovered the girl Elliot had abducted at the conclusion of the episode, I am curious to see what will happen next. Elliot may have had something to do with Sal's death since someone had threatened to have Jake, Naomi, and Max lie about his alibi. In light of this, I'm curious as to the whereabouts of Andy and her lifeless body if the girl Elliot abducted is not Andy. There is just one episode remaining in the series, and I can't wait to see how this case ends.